Alright guys, so this pickups video is coming to you from a new location. This is my parents' attic, and this is because I'm up in the northeast and I've been game hunting in Redcar, lovely little coastal town, and yeah, loads of charity shops there, loads of the usual suspects, crack converters, that kind of thing. I'll probably put some footage up here hopefully of the front there, and you can see the wind farm at Redcar. Now it's the closest I've ever seen a wind farm to the shore. It was quite crazy to see that close actually. But I don't mind it. I quite like it. You know, I think they're quite elegant looking and reminds you that you know, doing something good there, renewable energies and all that. So thumbs up for wind farms. Not so pretty is this crazy thing that you should be seeing, and that's called the vertical pier, which is basically just a really intricate looking stairwell, I guess. Not very popular with the locals, hasn't been up long, and they're tearing it down soon as well because it's got shoddy foundation. So nice one, Redcar. Right, but yeah, quite a lot of places there, a few charity shops, that kind of thing, with quite a lot of games there. So if you're in the area, you probably know already, so there's no point telling you, but Redcar, yeah, quite a lot of decent charity shops, different places for games. These boxes here is the main pickup, and got a pretty damn good deal on what's inside these boxes. Well, I'll get to that last. So happy to be sitting a normal distance from the camera for a change as well. I'm usually really close up to the camera in videos, aren't I? That's not, you know, that's not my preferred way to vlog. It's just that where I usually film is not much room at all. So let's go with crack converters first. Now I'll try and show you some footage here. Quite a big selection, loads of different platforms. Obviously PS2 usually there, Xbox, but we've also got a fair amount of DS, Wii, PS1, even some Mega Drive, and what else we have there? PSP, PS3, lots of different platforms there. Fairly decent selection. You know, some of the prices not so bad. But also, for the first time I've ever seen this is the first time I've seen this in a crack converters, and it's Wii U games. Yeah, Wii U games in a crack converters. So I filmed that because I just couldn't believe they were in there. Not seen that before. Anybody who's been looking for Wii U games, you can tell me if those prices are any good. I think it was 21 quid for Zombie U, something like 15 for Batman or something like that. But yeah, anyway, so from crack converters we have Mobile Light Force on PS1, and that was 2 quid. Now that's basically a vertical shooter, old style shooter. Try and show you some pictures up for you to be able to see, maybe. Yep. Now this game was on one of Metal Jesus Rox's unsung gems or whatever. Yeah, hidden gems. It was on one of his hidden gems videos. So yeah, it looks like a really crappy cover on the front, but enjoyable shooter, Mobile Light Force. Yep. Got some really cheap 360 games from there. They had a range. There was far better games in there, but I'm quite stingy when it comes to buying second-hand 360 current gen games. I try and stick to as cheap as possible. So I got myself Ridge Racer 6, and that was 2 quid. So Ridge Racer 6. So I haven't played a Ridge Racer game in a long time, but I used to like the original one a lot. So I'm hoping it's at least fairly similar to, you know, the traditional Ridge Racers. And we also have Don King's Prize Fighter. Now I don't know anything about this, could be a complete turkey, but it was only a quid. So, you know, a quid for a non-football 360 game's got to be worth a punt. And I do like boxing games, you know, I think they're quite fun. Fight Night Round 4, I enjoyed that one, so let's see how this one stacks up. Those are both complete and in pretty decent condition, so happy to get 360 games for, yeah, 2 quid and a quid, not bad. Then on the original Xbox, had a fairly decent original Xbox selection there as well. We have Dead or Alive Ultimate. So I'm guessing that's the one to have in the series if you're after the Dead or Alive games. And yeah, that was only a quid as well. So Dead or Alive Ultimate, and I know that goes for a little bit more than that on eBay. So Dead or Alive Ultimate 1. Hang on a second. 1. Is this supposed to be a 2-disc game? No. Okay. Why does that say Dead or Alive Ultimate? Why has that got a big 1 on it? When it does say there's only supposed to be 1 disc, because it's got a little 1 in the little centre thing there. And it's got a 2 on the... Why is there a 2 on the manual? and a 1 on the disc. That's a bit weird. Let me just check, it's not supposed to be 2 discs, is it? No, it can't be. Well, that's just weird. I don't get that. Maybe there's nothing to understand. But wait. Dead or Alive, 2 on the manual, 1 on the disc. What is all that about? I don't understand that at all. Anyway, it's £1. And I'm fairly certain there's only 1 disc in there. Yeah, if anybody's got this, let me know if there's supposed to be 2 discs in there. Alright, yeah. Right then, next charity shop. And a little bit of footage here, as you can see. Found this in the wild there, and it was a pretty good original Xbox game to find for 50p, and it was The Punisher. Now, I already have The Punisher, but I couldn't leave it sitting there for 50p. So this is going to be in my upcoming trades video, or it might have already been in my trades video, depending on the order of the videos I put up. I don't know yet, I haven't decided. But Punisher will be in my trades video, highly recommended. So if somebody wants to trade for that, that's going to be there at some point, and it's in really great condition. And yeah, it's a really cool game. Just couldn't leave it sitting there in a charity shop for 50p, so couldn't do it. Right, from another shop that I went to. This wasn't a charity shop. This is like a kind of cash converters sort of shop. I think it was called. Oh, I can't remember what it was called. Something to do with we buy stuff or something like that. But it's funny because I actually went in there, as you can see from this footage. Outside, for some reason, we had a Mickey and Minnie Mouse waving hello to everyone, so that was a bit random. I don't know what they were doing there, but yeah. So I then filmed them, went into the shop and filmed the game selection there, and decent little selection there. Some really nice titles actually on DS. Too expensive for me though, not bargains. But then this guy came up and says, "You all right there?" I says, "Yeah, I'm just looking for games," and he says, "Can you turn your camera off?" Just looking for games and that, aye.
Okay. Come on, have a look at it.
Yeah.
Can you put the camera away?
No worries, yeah.
Yeah.
But that was quite funny. That's the first time I've been told off for filming whilst game hunting. But from there, I got a couple of games. I got, which ones were from there? A few games from there. I got, what is this called? Cyvaria? I cannot pronounce this. If anybody knows what this game is. I've just never seen it before. That's the name of it, however you pronounce that. Cyvaria? Cyvaria? I don't know. It's a shooter. It looks like a bullet hell shooter actually. You can see. Yeah. And it's one of the really early ones because it's on the blue discs on the CDs. The CDs are blue. That's one of the really early ones apparently. It's the complete edition, as opposed to the half-assed, incomplete, missing the last few levels edition. Alright, whatever. But yeah, 2002. When did PlayStation 2 come out? 2001, I can't remember. Anyway, so that was £1. They were all £1 in there, and there was a really good range of PS2 games. It's just that I either had, you know, a lot of them, or I'd prefer to get them on Xbox, or that kind of thing. But all £1, all really good prices and some decent titles in there. Yeah, I also got Canem Edit, which fetches a fair amount on the Xbox, but on PS1 it's pretty common. PS2, sorry, pretty common. And the 360 updated version is still going for a fair whack, but I would like to get that eventually. But yeah, Canem Edit. Apparently that stands for dog eat dog. It means dog eat dog. Anybody can confirm or deny that. That's what my mum thinks anyway. She studied Latin in school. But dog eat dog. It would make sense really, wouldn't it? Because it got renamed Bully, so that's kind of, yeah. I've never heard anybody say what that's supposed to mean in Latin. I think it's dog eat dog. Anyway, cool game. That's not got manual, unfortunately. But again, it's £1. And then I got Resident Evil Code Veronica X. And I've already got Code Veronica on Dreamcast, but this is Code Veronica X. So I don't know. Am I wrong to think that that's got extra bits to it? Obviously, it's some kind of. Well, it's got the Devil May Cry trial disc in there, and the guy at the counter was saying, "Oh, limited edition. Oh, didn't make many of those." It's like, yeah, all right, mate. But yeah, we got the Devil May Cry demo disc in there. Not really bothered about that. But Code Veronica, cracking game. Don't usually bother owning, you know, the same game on different systems, but with it having an X on it, I thought that's got to have something else on there, surely. It's got to be slightly different. Maybe it isn't, I don't know. If anybody's played both Dreamcast and this version, let me know if there's any differences. But for a quid, I thought it was worth having, you know. Couldn't shake a stick at it. Now also in there, I got this. I'm quite happy with this. Now, I've been looking for one of these, and the genuine ones, the official first party ones of these are pretty expensive and rare, and I just wasn't going to spend that much money on it because it's not that important. But this is a game, this is a by game, version of it, and what it is, it's an RGB and stereo cable for the GameCube. So if you're into GameCube, you'll know that the official Nintendo ones, I think they only came out in Japan. Yeah, but they were basically pretty damn expensive and pretty hard to get hold of the genuine article. I'm not sure, with it being third party, I mean it says fully RGB wired, supports 60Hz mode, gold plated connectors. It sounds legit. It's by game, I don't know, but because obviously got a GameCube off Woodin 37, and that came with the composite cable, and I thought I'd upgrade to a SCART. Now the only thing with this is I've never seen a SCART cable that's got stereo audio things as well with it. So it wouldn't usually, doesn't the sound goes through the SCART with the videos. I don't understand why there's extra spec, you know, separate stereo bits in it. So if anybody's ever had one of these for the GameCube, let me know what the deal is with that. I mean, you know, I can't imagine it's a problem, obviously, but yeah, it's just I've not seen that before. But yeah, I mean, GameCube already looking awesome, but as I'm using an LCD TV, it certainly will look better with the SCART connection. Hopefully this is legit. But for £2, I thought it's worth a punt anyway. So really happy to have come across that. Right, what else have we got? Oh, another charity shop I went to. We had, I found, what did we find? We found Black Platinum Edition. Now this is one of the games that I would prefer to have on Xbox, and I will get it on Xbox eventually, but I thought I'd get it on the old PlayStation. Again, that was only £1, so, and as was Metal Gear Solid 3 for £1. And really good condition, so yeah, fairly decent haul there. Now let's get to the big thing over here, because we went out to, now tell you the story. Got a cup of tea. Now this was an eBay purchase. I'd been following this item on eBay. The guy had it listed for £100. I wasn't going to pay that, but I followed it to see what had happened, you know. I was following a few of them. You don't see many of them on eBay. You know, they come up every now and again in fits and spurts, but not that many. It's a fairly rare item. You know, but yeah, so he listed it for £100, and I followed it right through to completion. And after no one had bid on it, I sent him a message saying, you know, I've been following that and I'm interested in it, but you know, I was thinking more like £50. And he says, well, you know, I paid 80 really for it, and I was hoping to get 8. Well, he says, I'll take 80 for it. I says, well, it's not really a priority of mine. I'd like to have it, be nice to have, but it's not a priority. So, you know, the offer of £50's there if you want it. He said, I tell you what, I'll list it again for another week, and if it hasn't sold after that, I'll come back to you and we'll talk then. So he did. He listed it again, I think at £100 again, and it didn't sell again. So yeah, he messaged me back and saying, I think yeah, at that point he messaged me and said, would you go to £80 for it? And that's when I said, no, it's not really a priority. So I kind of said, look, it's 50. I'll offer you 50. Offers there. I can come and collect it because obviously it's quite big, and if you want it, I'll go for that. You know. And he eventually said, yeah. Now, that's not where the story ends. I think £50 for what I thought I was getting would have been a good deal. But what happened in the end was I actually got more than I thought I was getting. Because I have to admit, when I turned up and the guy showed me what was in these boxes, I'd completely forgotten pretty much half of the package, right? There's a main thing in there that I thought was it. But there was some extra stuff that I completely forgot. So it was a really, really good deal for £50. And to be honest, if I'd remembered at the time I offered him 50, that it had been everything that's there, I probably would have offered a bit more, to be honest. Because 50 quid, I think 50 quid's a great deal on this. Now, what is it? Let's have a look. Right, so big long box. Big long box. Any clues? Any ideas? Let's have a look, shall we? Oh yes. It is the Steel Battalion controller. And if you haven't seen one, this is the most ridiculous peripheral ever devised for home console. It's absolutely insane. For the mech shooter Steel Battalion and its sequel, Steel Battalion 2. Insane mech shooter. Now I had a go on this once before at a retro gaming museum expo I went to with Darren Walshock and a few other guys, and I couldn't even get out the hanger. Couldn't play it. So I need to learn it. The guy gave me a few tips when I picked it up, how to actually get it started. But look at that. I mean, that is a video game experience you ain't going to get anywhere else. So it's absolutely mental controller. Really cool. Everything's still dead responsive. Everything's in good working order. Now then, so it's not just that controller. You also get with it a set of foot pedals. Yeah. And so, and the two games, Steel Battalion 1 and 2. So that's what I thought I was bidding on. I thought I was bidding on the controller, unboxed, and the two games. Both of these in cracking condition. But there was more. There was more. What do you think it was? Shocks, you're going to have to help me out here. It's only another fucking Xbox! Yeah. The console was actually included with the package. I completely forgot about that. I now have 3 original Xboxes. After not having any for the longest time, although I was collecting for it for ages, I now have 3. So again, this will be in the trades video, no doubt, when that's gone up. Either it's already gone up or it'll be up next. That's going to be in the trades video. Probably local gamers are going to be after that, because it's pretty heavy to send through the post, but there it is. It didn't stop there though. He threw in some more games. We got Wallace and Gromit in Project Zoo, not Project Zero, Project Zoo. Now I have no idea if this is any good. Who's it by? BAM Entertainment. They got pedigree, Acclaim. Distributed by Acclaim anyway. Anyway, Wallace and Gromit game. Great condition, complete. We also got a Rainbow Six game, which I think I've already got actually. I'm pretty sure I've already got that, so again that'll be in the trades video. But it's complete in good nick. And we got Outlaw Golf, which I definitely don't have, and I know that's supposed to be a pretty fun game, so happy to have that. So again, complete Outlaw Golf. So that, also, a shitload of extra controllers. So we got an S controller there. In fact, altogether, we've got 5 S controllers. There's 3 in here, another one here. So we've got 5 S controllers. DVD remote thing. Yeah. Insane. 50 quid, I think that's a bloody good deal, considering I thought I was only getting a Steel Battalion controller. So that's my Out in the Wild video from Redcar. Yeah, hope you've enjoyed it. And yeah, I'll see you again in the next video, guys. I think that's it. Stunned. Alright, bye bye.